بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إنا أعطيناك الكوثر فصل لربك وانحر إن شانئك هو الأبتر. الله أكبر. سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. الله أكبر. أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. الله أكبر. بحول الله وقوته أقوم وأقعد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. قل هو الله أحد الله الصمد لم يلد ولم يولد ولم يكن له كفوا أحد. كذلك الله ربنا الكريم. الله أكبر. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. ربنا لا تزغ قلوبنا بعد إذ هديتنا وهب لنا من لدنك رحمة إنك أنت الوهاب. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. الله أكبر. أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. الله أكبر. الحمد لله كما هو أهله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. بحول الله وقوته. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. الله أكبر. أستغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. ربي صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. بحول الله وقوته. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان الله سبحان ربي العظيم وبحمده. سمع الله لمن حمده. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمده. ربي صل على محمد وآل محمد. الله أكبر. استغفر الله ربي وأتوب إليه. الله أكبر. سبحان ربي الأعلى وبحمد ربي صل على محمد وآل محمد. يا لطيف يا كريم ارحم عبدك الضعيف الذليل بجاه محمد وأهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين. الله أكبر. الحمد لله كما هو أهله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد. السلام عليك أيها النبي ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام علينا وعلى عباد الله الصالحين. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. الله أكبر. الله أكبر. الله أكبر.
أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. ياسين والقرآن الحكيم إنك لمن المرسلين على صراط مستقيم تنزيل العزيز الرحيم لتنذر قوما ما أنذر آباءهم فهم غافلون لقد حق القول على أكثرهم فهم لا يؤمنون إنا جعلنا في أعناقهم أغلالا فهي إلى الأذقان فهم مكمهون وجعلنا من بين أيديهم سدا ومن خلفهم سدا فأغشيناهم فهم لا يبصرون وسواء عليهم أنذرتهم أم لم تنذرهم لا يؤمنون إنما تنذر من اتبع الذكر وخشي الرحمن بالغيب وبشره بمغفرة وأجر كريم إنا نحن نحيي الموتى ونكتب ما قدموا وآثارهم وكل شيء أحصيناه في إمام مبين واضرب لهم مثلا أصحاب القرية إذ جاءها المرسلون إذ أرسلنا إليهم اثنين فكذبوهما فعززنا بثالث فقالوا إنا إليكم مرسلون قالوا ما أنتم إلا بشر مثلنا وما أنزل الرحمن من شيء إن أنتم إلا تكذبون قالوا ربنا يعلم إنا إليكم لمرسلون وما علينا إلا البلاغ المبين قالوا إنا تطيرنا بكم لئن لم تنتهوا لنرجمنكم وليمسنكم منا عذاب عليم قالوا طائركم معكم أئن ذكرتم بل أنتم قوم مسرفون وجاء من أقصى المدينة رجل يسعى قال يا قوم اتبعوا المرسلين اتبعوا من لا يسألكم أجرا وهم مهتدون وما لي لا أعبد الذي فطرني وإليه ترجعون أأتخذ من دونه آلهة إن يردني الرحمن بضر لا تغن عني شفاعتهم شيئا ولا ينقذون إني إذا لفي ضلال مبين إني آمنت بربكم فاسمعون قيل ادخل الجنة قال يا ليت قومي يعلمون بما غفر لي ربي وجعلني من المكرمين وما أنزلنا على قومه من بعده من جند من السماء وما كنا منزلين إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم خامدون يا حسرة على العباد ما يأتيهم من رسول إلا كانوا به يستهزئون ألم يروا كم أهلكنا قبلهم من القرون أنهم إليهم لا يرجعون وإن كل لما جميع لدينا مهذرون وآية لهم الأرض الميتة أحييناها وأخرجنا منها حبا فمنه يأكلون وجعلنا فيها جنات من نخيل وأعناب وفجرنا فيها من العيون ليأكلوا من ثمره وما عملته أيديهم أفلا يشكرون سبحان الذي خلق الأزواج كلها مما تنبت الأرض ومن أنفسهم ومما لا يعلمون وآية لهم الليل نسلخ منه النهار فإذا هم مظلمون والشمس تجري لمستقر لها ذلك تقدير العزيز العليم والقمر قدرناه منازل حتى عاد كالعرجون القديم لا الشمس ينبغي لها أن تدرك القمر ولا الليل سابق النهار وكل في فلك يسبحون وآية لهم أنا حملنا ذريتهم في الفلك المشحون وخلقنا لهم من مثله ما يركبون وإن نشأ نغرقهم فلا صريخ لهم ولا هم ينقذون إلا رحمة منا ومتاعا إلى حين وإذا قيل لهم اتقوا ما بين أيديكم وما خلفكم لعلكم ترحمون وما تأتيهم من آية من آيات ربهم إلا كانوا عنها معرضين وإذا قيل لهم أنفقوا مما رزقكم الله قال الذين كفروا للذين آمنوا أنطعم من لو يشاء الله أطعمه إن أنتم إلا في ضلال مبين ويقولون متى هذا الوعد إن كنتم صادقين ما ينظرون إلا صيحة واحدة تأخذهم وهم يقسمون فلا يستطيعون توصية ولا إلى أهلهم يرجعون ونفخ في السور فإذا هم من الأجداث إلى ربهم ينسلون قالوا يا ويلنا من بعثنا من مرقدنا هذا ما وعد الرحمن وصدق المرسلون إن كانت إلا صيحة واحدة فإذا هم جميع لدينا مهدرون فاليوم لا تظلم نفس شيئا ولا تجزون إلا ما كنتم تعملون إن أصحاب الجنة اليوم في شغل فاكهون هم وأزواجهم في ظلال على الأرائك متكئون لهم فيها فاكهة ولهم ما يدعون سلام قولا من رب رحيم وامتازوا اليوم أيها المجرمون ألم أحد إليكم يا بني آدم ألا تعبدوا الشيطان إنه لكم عدو مبين وأن اعبدونه هذا صراط مستقيم ولقد أضل منكم جبلا كثيرا أفلم تكونوا تعقلون هذه جهنم التي كنتم توعدون اصلوها اليوم بما كنتم تكفرون اليوم نختم على أفواههم وتكلمنا أيديهم وتشهد أرجلهم بما كانوا يكسبون ولو نشاء لطمسنا على أعينهم فاستبقوا الصراط فأنى يبصرون ولو نشاء لمسكناهم على مكانتهم فما استطاعوا مضيا ولا يرجعون ومن نؤمره ننكسه في الخلق أفلا يعقلون وما علمناه الشعر وما ينبغي له إن هو إلا ذكر وقرآن مبين لينذر من كان حيا ويحق القول على الكافرين أولم يروا أنا خلقنا لهم مما عملت أيدينا أنعاما وهم لها مالكون وذللناها لهم فمنها ركوبهم ومنها يأكلون ولهم فيها منافع ومشارب أفلا يشكرون واتخذوا من دون الله آلهة لعلهم ينصرون لا يستطيعون نصرهم وهم لهم جند مهزرون فلا يحزنك قولهم إنا نعلم ما يسرون وما يعلنون أولم ير الإنسان أنا خلقناه من نطفة فإذا هو خصيم مبين وضرب لنا مثلا ونسي خلقه قال من يحيي العظام وهي رميم قل يحييها الذي أنشاها أول مرة وهو بكل خلق عليم الذي جعل لكم من الشجر الأخضر نارا فإذا أنتم منه توقدون أوليس الذي خلق السماوات والأرض بقادر على أن يخلق مثلهم بلى وهو الخلاق العليم إنما أمره إذا أراد شيئا أن يقول له كن فيكون فسبحان الذي بيده ملكوت كل شيء وإليه ترجعون صدق الله العلي العظيم.
बर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलावत। सच्चे भाई का कलाम। शरीक दावत इस्लाम है अबू तालिब, शरीक दावत इस्लाम है अबू तालिब, नबी को हक का एक नाम है अबू तालिब, हरी में वही में इल्हाम है अबू तालिब, हरम के अज़्म का एहराम है अबू तालिब, ये चुन के लाए जो गुंचा वो फूल हो जाए, फिर इनकी गोद में पल कर रसूल हो जाए, शरीके दावत इस्लाम हैं अबू तालिब, रसूल रब के निगहबान हैं अबू तालिब, नबी है दीन तो ईमान है अबू तालिब, नज़ूल वही का उन्वान है अबू तालिब, बग़ैर लफ्ज़ों का कुरान है अबू तालिब, इन्हीं के दम से हुई इब्तिदाए बिस्मिल्लाह, इन्हीं ने नुक्ता दिया ज़ेरे बाए बिस्मिल्लाह, शरीके दावत इस्लाम है अबू तालिब, पैगंबरी की बलाओं का रद अबू तालिब, मदद खुदा की है शक्ल मदद अबू तालिब, नबी की ढाल दमे जिद्दो कद अबू तालिब, निशान ख़त्म रसूल और जद अबू तालिब, जहाद इनका है पस मंजर जहाद अली, अली है बाद में इनके ये पहले नाद अली, शरीके दावत इस्लाम है अबू तालिब, कहाँ है तंग नज़र हमसे भी तो आँख मिला, कहाँ है तंग नज़र हमसे भी तो आँख मिला, है इनके कुफ्र का दावा तो कुछ सबूत मिला, कोई तो रस्म जहालत की इनके घर में दिखा, बुतों के आगे झुका इनका सर सर अपना झुका, खुदा के नूर पे ओ खाक डालने वाले, ये बुत शिकन को है गोदी में पालने वाले, शरीके दावत इस्लाम हैं अबू तालिब, रसूल इनका बड़ा एहतराम करते हैं, सवाब दीद से तंजीम आम करते हैं, सहर को उठते ही अव्वल ये काम करते हैं, इन्हें नमाज से पहले सलाम करते हैं, नबी अगर किसी काफिर को यूं सलामी है, तो फिर ज़रूर नबूवत में कोई खामी है, शरीके दावत इस्लाम हैं अबू तालिब, इन्हीं के घर में है खैरुल अनाम सल्ले अला, पिसर नबी का है कायम मकाम सल्ले अला, किसे नसीब है ये एहतराम सल्ले अला, कि इनके खुर्द हैं सारे इमाम सल्ले अला। खता माफ हो ये भी अगर नहीं मोमिन, तो फिर जहान में कोई बशर नहीं मोमिन। शरीके दावत इस्लाम हैं अबू तालिब। न जांचिए ये रिवायत न सीरतो किरदार, नबी की आंख से अब इनको देखिए एक बार। ये बारगाह रिसालत में आपका था वक़ार, पछाड़ खा के इन्हें रोए अहमद मुख्तार। वो आम हुज़्न बना इनका जब विसाल हुआ, ये गम रसूल की उम्मत में एक साल हुआ। शरीके दावत इस्लाम है अबू तालिब। ये मरने वाला गर ईमान ही न लाया था, ये मरने वाला गर ईमान ही न लाया था, तो क्या रसूल ने काफिर का गम मनाया था। ज़बां पे वाबता बार बार आया था, वो खुद भी रोए थे औरों को भी रुलाया था। जता दिया था कि जो मोहसिने रिसालत है, तो उसको रोना रुलाना नबी की सुन्नत है। शरीके दावत इस्लाम हैं अबू तालिब। ये बात अगर हो इजाज़त तो पूछ लूँ मैं यहीं, हुसैन इब्न अली क्या नहीं थे मोहसिन दी। हम इनको रोएं तो फिर क्यों हो कोई चीब जबी, बने थे इनका तो नाका रसूल अर्श नशी। हुसैन सोए शहे मुरसली के सीने पर, गज़ब है शिमर का ज़ानू इन्हीं के सीने पर। शरीके दावत इस्लाम है अबू तालिब। बगोश होश कुछ अब हाल करबला सुनिए, बगोश होश कुछ अब हाल करबला सुनिए। सुना जो मेरे तसव्वुर ने वो ज़रा सुनिए, बयान हिम्मत सब्र शहे खुदा सुनिए। वो आती है मलकुल मौत की सदा सुनिए, मिला जो हुक्म के सर से निकाल जान हुसैन। कहा के सख्त है या रब ये इम्तिहान हुसैन। शरीके दावत इस्लाम है अबू तालिब। लगा है जख्म तबर बह रहा है सर से लहू, भरे खून में जाने रसूल के गेसू। करीब जाके रखूं दिल पे किस तरह काबू, कि इस लहू में तो है फातिमा के दूध की बू। निदा ये आई कि आंखें तो डाल आंखों में, कहा बहन का है इस दम ख्याल आंखों में। शरीके दावत इस्लाम है अबू तालिब। निदा ये आई कि गर्दन से खींच जाए इनकी, कहा मैं क्या करूं गर्दन पे चल रही है छुरी। छुरी पकड़ के ये चिल्लाती है कोई बीबी, नज़्बह कर मेरे बच्चे को मैं दुआ दूंगी। जहाँ रवा तेरे खंजर की आब है जालिम, ये बोसा गाहे रिसालत माब है जालिम। शरीके दावत इस्लाम है अबू तालिब। बर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलावत।
पर मोहम्मद वाले मोहम्मद सलावत। Can you please recite Surah Fatiha, Marhuma Zumrad Ijaz, Marhum Sharaf Ali, Marhuma Tasneem Mazhar, and all our Marhumin Surah Al-Mubarakat Al-Fatiha. For just a quick announcement, tomorrow is Mehraj and Rosa Bashat. The program will inshallah start at 8 p.m. with Salah, then Hadith Kisa, and the whole program. Mu'mina requested to arrive in time so we can start on time. Before I call the Maulana, can I request all the youths to please come forward? So it's easier to, if you come forward, please. Bar Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad Salawat. Come forward, come forward, come forward. You need to keep that door clear anyway for fire safety. So come forward, please. Bar Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad Salawat. Can I request Mulana to the member with the loud Nara Salat? Bar Muhammad wa Ali Muhammad Salawat.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. رحم الله من قرأ الفاتحة. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين الرحمن الرحيم مالك يوم الدين إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين. لا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله العلي العظيم. حسبنا الله ونعم الوكيل، نعم المولى ونعم النصير. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. وبه نستعين وهو خير ناصر ومعين. الحمد لله الفرد الأحد الصمد الذي لم يلد ولم يولد، ثم الصلاة والسلام والتحية والإكرام على سيدنا ونبينا وشفيعنا وطبيب نفوسنا وحبيب قلوبنا مولانا بالقاسم المصطفى محمد وعلى أهل بيته الطيبين الطاهرين المعصومين المنتخبين المنتجبين، ولعنة الله على أعدائهم أجمعين. أما بعد، فقد قال الله الحكيم في كتاب المجيد. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. فاصبر لحكم ربك ولا تطع منهم آثما أو كفورا. صدق الله العلي العظيم. صلوات على محمد وآل محمد. Respected Mu'min, first and foremost, I would like to extend my heartiest condolences on the occasion where we are commemorating the demise and departure of father of Master of Faith, Amirul Mu'mineen, at this night. And the ayah that I have quoted, it is of Surah Al-Insan, verse number 24. Over here, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He is addressing His beloved Rasul. And this ayah, it is not known in related to Hazrat Abu Talib alayhi salam. The ayah, mashallah, every year we recite and we listen that it is an ayah of, whether Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, He mentioned about the tarbiyah that Allah says to His Prophet, Alam yajidka yatiman fa'awa, O Rasul, did not we arrange for your nurturing when you were orphan, when you were in need of, raising. So this ayah, of course, it is ayah which is talking about the Abu Talib alayhi salam, and there are so many things. MashaAllah, every year we repeatedly listen to them. So I'm not against, up to now, MashaAllah, you must understood me that I always try my level best to present something which is not heard by you. The riwayat, those are different riwayat. The riwayat, those are not listened by you. So similar to here tonight majlis, because Abu Talib alayhi salatu wasalam, we always discuss about his iman, that iman of Abu Talib, iman this, and of course, it should be discussed. I'm not against of it, but according to our faith, our sixth Imam, Imam Ja'far as-Sadiq alayhi salatu wasalam, Allahumma salli, when he discussed the Abu Talib alayhi salam faith, he says that Wallahi inna Abdul Muttalib kana nabiyya wa Aba Talibin kana wasiya. Indeed, Abdul Muttalib, he was the prophet of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and Abu Talib, he was the successor and the wasi of Abdul Muttalib. So our faith is, it is like impertinence to discuss the faith and the iman of Hazrat Abu Talib alayhi salam. And our sixth Imam also says that لو وضع إيمان أبي طالب في كفة ميزان وإيمان جميع الخلق في كفة أخرى. If iman of Abu Talib is kept in one plate of weighing machine, and the entire creation iman is kept in another, weighing machine plate, Wallahi larrajaha kaffatu imanu Abu Talib. I swear by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, indeed the plate of iman of Abu Talib is going to be heavier than the iman of entire khalq. So iman of Abu Talib, is a very great thing. And that is why the ayah which I recited just for barakah is of Surah Insan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala over there, he says, Fasbir, it is a commandment of Allah for his prophet. And of course, we all know that our beloved Rasul, he was raised by Hazrat Abu Talib alayhi salam. And he was like, all the time, anything Rasulullah wanted to do in his lifetime, he used to consult with his uncle Abu Talib. Without the permission of Abu Talib, he never ever does anything. This was the habit of our Rasul, our beloved Rasul. And then Allah, what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Fasbir, O Rasul, be patient. لِحُكْمِ رَبِّكَ, for the commandment of your Lord. And وَلَا تُطِعْ مِنْهُمْ آثِمًا أَوْ كَفُورًا. Among nation, do not be obedient to anyone who is kafir, and do not be obedient to someone who is even sinful person. So according to this ayah, so it means if Rasulullah is obeying Abu Talib alayhi salam, Abu Talib, forget about the, he was kafir. No, even Abu Talib, he was not sinful man. He was ma'asum min Allah. So that is why Rasulullah, he's obeying, and he is, he's obedient toward his uncle Abu Talib alayhi salam. Recite Allah salawat ala Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Anyway, so the discourse that I would like to present today, it is, some beautiful lessons and some beautiful understanding from the life of Abu Talib alayhi salam. However, when we look at the history, you find history does not speak much about Abu Talib alayhi salam, especially the, from his wiladat up to the youth age. So history, it is quiet, and it does not say anything much about the Abu Talib. But whatever is said by history, it is sufficient for greatness and for, excellence of Abu Talib alayhi salam. And it is very, unanimous thing among the Ahlul Sunnah and among the Ahlul Tashayyu also, that historians, they have written one important thing about Abu Talib. They said Abu Talib, throughout of his life, he did not bow down before any idol. However, Islam comes, after, when Rasulullah became 40 years old, and then Rasulullah, he made announcement when he was advented and he was given the charge of, and he was given permission by Allah subhanahu. Now, Rasulullah, you make the announcement of Islam. You start, calling people. But still, Abu Talib alayhi salam is not touching, or he is not bowing down before the idols. So this is one. Number two, what history says, it says, however, it was not prohibited in those days. But Abu Talib did not touch in his lifetime the liquor or wine, and he made it haram on himself to touch the a wine. So it was the it is proven about Abu Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. Now, the first time history mentioned Abu Talib alayhi salatu wasalam name in it, it was the occasion when Abdul Muttalib is about to depart from the dunya, and not even depart from this dunya. Still, there is a very lengthy history about Abdul Muttalib alayhi salatu wasalam. In Abdul Muttalib time, actually, there was a well of Zamzam, which was, which was hidden by some people. Actually, in those days, there were two main tribes. One was Khazraj, and the other one was Jarham. So Khazraj and Jarham, they had fight to one another, and finally, what happened? One tribe, they overcome one another, and then they made them to or expelled them from the Makkah, and they got the charge of Makkah. So what happened? When this defeated tribe was leaving the Makkah and surrendering before the other tribe, so what happened? They take all the wealth of the Makkah Khan Kaaba, and they buried it in the well of Zamzam, and then they cover it and they hide the well of Zamzam. And then finally, this Khuza'a people, they overcome, and the time reaches, Abdul Muttalib alayhi salam become the in charge of the Makkah, and he is a chief of Makkah now. And Khan Kaaba Tawliya, the management is in the hand of Abdul Muttalib, the father of Abu Talib alayhi salam. And what happened? Abdul Muttalib alayhi salam, he made niyat, and he made nazar to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Just imagine, this is a history. It said that he made nazar to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it means Abdul Muttalib, the grandparent of Rasulullah and the Amirul Mu'mineen, they had faith in Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That is why they are making niyat. They are making the vow or the nazar to Allah. That, Ya Allah, I want to find out where is the well of Khan Kaaba, and where is the wealth of that Khan Kaaba, where is the wealth of Khan Kaaba. So he was trying, and Meccan people also, they were trying their level best, but they could not. And every time, Abdul Muttalib wanted to search and wanted to start this project. So Abdul Muttalib, he did not have enough man force. So because he did not have children, so he make nazar to Allah, Ya Allah, if you give me 10 children, I will sacrifice one of the child in your way, and I will find that wealth of the Khan Kaaba, and I will find the well of Zamzam also with the support of my children. And finally, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept his dua, and he receives from Allah, Allah bestowing upon him 10 children. He get the 10 children from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And among them, Abdullah, the father of our beloved Rasul, he was the youngest child. This I allow salawat Allah Muhammad wa ali Muhammad. Listen, this is story. It is a very beautiful story. And finally, what happened? Abdul Muttalib alayhi salam, he found the wealth of Zamzam and also the wealth of Khan Kaaba. And then he remembered that he made nazar to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that if he would give him 10 children, he will find the wealth of that Khan Kaaba. So then he said, let me fulfill my nazar. So what does he do? He draw, he make a draw, and in that draw, the name of Abdullah, who was the most beloved child to Abdul Muttalib, his name comes. So Abdul Muttalib, he hold the hand of Abdullah, and he comes to the place where there, which is called Maqam Ismail. Or some historian, they have written, he hold the hand of Abdullah and he bring him to the Mina, where Ibrahim wanted to present his sacrifice before Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So Abdul Muttalib wanted to present his sacrifice in the same place of Ismail alayhi salam. And that is why Rasulullah, he used to say with proud that Anabnu Dhabihain, I am the son of two Dhabih. One Dhabih was Ismail alayhi salam, and the second Dhabih was Abdullah alayhi salatu wasalam. So when Abdul Muttalib wanted to slaughter his son, so Meccan people, they came, and all his children, and especially Abu Talib, because Abu Talib, he used to love Abdullah a lot. So he said to his father, Abdul Muttalib, oh my father, isn't it possible for you to leave him and do something else, for your another? So he said, no, I made another to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that I would sacrifice one of my son, and the name, in drawing, his name has come out. So Abu Talib and other Meccan also, this is where the history mentioned the name of Abu Talib first. And other Meccan, they said, Abdul Muttalib, what you can do, you can put the name of Abdullah along with some camels, and then draw it. So 10 camels, paper was kept, and also the name of Abdullah were kept, and the draw was made. So finally, the name of camels comes, and in the beginning, name of Abdullah comes, then 10 more camels were added to it, then again the draw was made, and then so on. It continued till 100 camels, they were kept in the lot, and on the other hand, the name of Abdullah, so, and finally the name of camels comes, and 100 camels, Abdul Muttalib has to sacrifice for the sake of Allah subhanahu to fulfill his nadr. So this is, this is the occasion where Abu Talib comes forward and saved the life of Abdullah, the father of beloved Rasul Muhammadin al-Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa alihi wa sallam. Recite Allah salawat ala Muhammad. So this is the first occasion. And the second occasion in history when the name of Abu Talib is mentioned, it is when Abdul Muttalib is about to depart from this dunya. So what happened? Because Abdullah was the youngest one. So Abdul Muttalib, he called his son Abu Talib alayhi salam, and he handed over Abdullah to him, and he said, from today you look after this son, Abdullah. And finally, when Abdul Muttalib depart from this dunya, Abu Talib, he become the chief of, and he take the position of his father. However, he was not Abu Talib at that point. He was not that wealthy, and he was not even the eldest son. But Abdul Muttalib choose Abu Talib to hold the position of Abdul Muttalib and become the chief and the master of Meccan people. And in those days, Abdul Muttalib, he used to have a special seat or a special chair in Kaaba, where there, he used to sit, and he used to judge and rule the people. He had a special place over there. So that special place is given to Abu Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. So after the demise of Abdul Muttalib, so now Abu Talib alayhi salam, he is the chief of Makkah, and he is the chief of Quraysh. And he got that position and that seat in Khana Kaaba in Masjid al-Haram. So now Abu Talib, every day he comes in Mecca, in Khana Kaaba, and he sits on that chair or in that place, and he is dealing with the people. But along with this thing, there were two important positions in Mecca, and it was the tawliya, it was the care of Khana Kaaba. And in there were two important things. One important thing was, which is called siqaya. Siqaya means watering people. Makkah, in those days, from day one also, Makkah, it was a center for pilgrimage, for visitors. Even in before Islam, people in the time of Jahiliyyah, they used to perform Hajj. They used to perform the Tawaf. So that is why Makkah, it is Makkah, suppose the person who is in charge of the Khana Kaaba, he's supposed to provide water, he's supposed to provide food in the season of Hajj. So it was one of the biggest responsibility, and it was one of the position Abu Talib used to have, and he inherited from his father. And the second position, it was the security of the Khana Kaaba and security of the Makkah. So these both positions, they are inherited by Abu Talib alayhi salatu wasalam. So when his father, Abu Talib father Abdul Muttalib, depart from the dunya, So first year when it comes, this season of, first season of the Hajj when it comes, so Abu Talib, he arranged all the security, and Abu Talib, he arranged, beautiful water, clean water, because Hujjaj, in hundreds of thousands, they're supposed to come and they need to perform their Hajj, and it is weather-wise, the Makkah, it is very hot place, so the water has to be arranged and it has to be collected in a place. So what Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam does, he arranged big containers or pool especially, and water is collected there. Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam, from his own money, he make the water sweet water, by putting some raisin in there, and some fragrance in the water also. So narration says, whatever wealth Abu Talib alayhi salam he had, he is spent in first year Hajj season. So now, because Abu Talib condition is not that good, so historians, they have written, when the second year comes, just look at the, this is a beautiful character of Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam. When the second year arrived, now Abu Talib, he does not have money. So how to arrange the water and the food for the Hujjaj. And today you see in this world, and it is a habit of worldly people, that when they get position, they don't want to leave their position. When they get chair, when they get iqtidar, power, they don't want to leave it. You see in the whole world. But look at the character of Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam. Abu Talib, he was able to leave the Hujjaj and arrange ordinary thing, and hold his position. But Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam, he was so dignified personality that he said, no, Hujjaj, they have to be served. I have to arrange something. So what does Abu Talib do? Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam, he comes to his brother whose name is Abbas. So he comes to Abbas and he said to Abbas, Abbas, this year I do not have much money. Can I borrow some money from you? So Abbas alayhi salatu salam, the uncle of Rasulullah, he said, yes, I can give you some money. He said, how much do you need? He said, 10,000 dirham. 10,000 dirham in those days, even today, it is not a small amount, like $100,000. So Abu Talib, he borrowed this much money from him. And then, second year arrangement is made by that money. Third year arrives. Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam, he comes again to his brother. And still, he did not pay back the money which he has taken from, in last year. So again, he comes to Abbas. Abbas also, he had this wish to have, this position of tawliyat, or to become the in charge of Khana Kaaba, because in those days it was honor. Khana Kaaba, it was a center in Arab, and every person, they wanted to perform the ziyarat or the tawaf or hajj of those days. So Abbas, he said to his brother Abu Talib that, Abu Talib, last year I gave you this much money. This year, again, I'm giving you. But next year, remember, if you do not pay back me all that money, then you have to surrender the position and give it to me. Just imagine. So third year arrangement is made. When the fourth year comes, so Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam, he comes to his brother and he said, oh, my brother, just, look at the sacrifice of Abu Talib. Oh, my brother, I'm not able to continue. My financial condition does not allow me to spend this much. But I will give you all that position. But the condition is that you have to serve the Hujjaj the way I used to serve. It is a good character Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam is presenting. However, Islam has not yet come. But Abu Talib alayhi salam is following the teaching those are given to us later on by Islam. So this is a beautiful character of Abu Talib. And let me give you another example. In history, there is in Makkah actually, Arab people, they used to fight with one another on tiny small things. There was two tribes. One was Quraysh and the other one was Khawarim. So these Khawarim and Quraysh, all the time they are fighting to one another on a small thing. One day, what happened? Quraysh, they took the security responsibility of a caravan. And because of that, Khawarim Qabila, they come to know that Quraysh, they have taken the responsibility of that tribe, they have taken the responsibility of security of that tribe, and they did not took the security of us, the responsibility of our security. So they started fighting. And that fight or that war continued for 80 years. Their children and generation, they are fighting to one another. So Quraysh, every year, they used to go for battle with this Khawarim tribe, and everyone, every single individual in Quraysh, they used to take part. And also Banu Hashim, because Banu Hashim, they are one of the branch of Quraysh. So Banu Hashim also, they used to take part in that battle. So what happened? And Abu Talib alayhi salam, he is a part of Banu Hashim, and Rasulullah is a part of Banu Hashim. So every year, Quraysh, they used to take Abu Talib also. And they used to take Rasulullah. However, Rasulullah was very young, 7, 8 years old or 10 years old. But Quraysh, they had faith that if they take Rasulullah with him, they had experienced that whenever Rasulullah put his step into the battlefield, so they used to get the victory. So that is why they used to come to Abu Talib, that, oh Abu Talib, can you please come with your nephew, with Rasulullah, with Muhammad. So when they used to come to Abu Talib told them that I would come in your battle, and I'm not going to fight in that battle. I will just come for blessing, to give you the blessing. But my condition is, these are the sentences, those are uttered from the mouth of Abu Talib alayhi salam. He said, Ijtanibu al-dhulma wal-udwana wal-qasiyata wal-buhtan. My condition is, I will come to you and I'll give you the blessing that you should not do any oppression on your enemy. Just imagine. Ijtanibu al-dhulm. Do not oppress on the enemy. Wal-udwan. Do not exceed the limit, boundaries of anything. Wal qasiyata, and do not be hard, do not be harsh toward your enemy. Wal buhtan, and never ever put unnecessary allegation on your enemy. Then I would come. Look at the teaching Abu Talib alayhi salam is giving in his lifetime. However, Islam has not yet come, but still Abu Talib, he is teaching the kuffar, and he's teaching his own people that you should refrain from the dhulm. You should refrain from putting allegation or making tuhma, false allegation on others. So this is the beautiful character of Hazrat Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam. And Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam, he was such a nice person that Abu Talib did not surrender himself, or he did not surrender, or he did not stop his nusrat of Rasulullah throughout of his lifetime. And that is why historians, they have written, when Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam departed from this dunya, so Rasulullah, he comes forward and he gave ghusl and kafan and he buried his uncle. And because in the same year, two of his close and keen relative departed from this dunya, Abu Talib and Bibi Khadija alayhi salatu wasalam. So that is why Rasulullah, he gave name Amul Huzn to that year. Rasulullah said, because I lost two close, relative. One is Khadija and the other one is my uncle Abu Talib. So that is why this year it is a Amul Huzn. This year it is a year which is called grief year. So it was very painful for Rasulullah to bear such a pain of losing his uncle, because his uncle throughout of his life, he was protecting Rasulullah, and he was supporting Rasulullah in spreading the Islam and in his mission, in his project. So that is why Rasulullah, he was disheartened by the loss of Abu Talib alayhi salatu salam. But I would tell to Rasulullah, Ya Rasulullah, yes, it is true, you lost your supporter in 1 year, and that is why you were able to make this year, and you could say that this year it is a Amul Huzn. But Ya Rasulullah, I would tell you, come to Karbala and ask Sayyid Sajjad, who did not even lose two of his relatives, Sayyid Sajjad, he lost 72 in one day at single land, at single day. Ya Rasulullah, what Sayyid Sajjad is going to give a name to the Ashura day. And that is why 6th Imam, he says, La yawmaka yawmaka ya Aba Abdullah. Ya Aba Abdullah, there is no day which is similar to the day of Ashura. Why? Because 72 of companion and the close keen relative of Aba Abdullah, they departed from this dunya. They were martyred, and that is why Sayyid Sajjad all the time throughout of his life he is crying and he's weeping on Karbala. And historians, they have written, when it is a Ashura day, Aba Abdullah al-Hussein, he comes to the Khayyam and he make rukhsa and he make farewell, and then he comes to the land of Karbala and he make istighasa. Hal min nasirin yansuruna, hal min mughithin yughithuna. Is there anyone, is there any supporter who can support us? Is there anyone who can respond our call, our on our pain? So historians, they have written, when Imam Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, he made the istighasa, at that juncture there was a man who was a businessman. He was just passing from the Karbala. He is at the age of the Furat, and he was trying to give water to his horse. His horse was not ready to drink water, and then he heard the istighasa of Imam al-Hussein. His horse turned his face away. So this man, he was astonished that why his horse is not drinking water. Second time he tried to force his horse to drink water, and he bring it back to the river of the Farad, and he try and he make him to drink. But again Abu Abdullah al-Hussein, he made istighasa. Hal min nasirin yansuruna, hal min mughithin yughithuna, hal min dhabbin yadhubbu an haram Rasulillah. Is there anyone who can defend the daughters of Rasulullah or the family of Rasulullah? The horse, he turns away. I would tell to this man, oh man, can you please come to the land of Karbala? Over there a great and a big incident is going on. And that is why you see, when Abu Abdullah al-Hussein finally he comes back again to Karbala, so Abu Abdullah to the land of Karbala, Abu Abdullah al-Hussein over there, he is standing, and it is last of his moment, and all his body is wounded. There is a man, he comes to Imam al-Hussein and he made salam. When Imam alayhi salam responded, Imam asked him, who you are, why you have come over here? So this man, he said, oh man, I do not know you, who you are. I am a man from Karbala. Actually, I am a businessman. I went for caravan, I went for journey, and when I come back, my daughter told me that my father, why you are over here? The government made announcement, anyone go to Karbala to kill the Khariji, he will receive a big present from the government. So my daughter forced me, oh my father, go to the battle of Karbala. In Karbala there is a Khariji, there is a rebellion who stand up against the Hakim of the time. So that is why I came over here. Imam alayhi salam, he asked him, did you see that I am a rebellious man? Do you think that I am a sinful, I am a Khariji? This man, he said, yes, I know. From your face it is not appear that you are Khariji, because Noor is coming out from your face. I do not think that you are a Khariji. Tell me who you are. Imam, he did not introduce him yet. Imam said that I'm asking you to go back from here. This man, he said, no, I want to support you, I want to help you. I know that you are a masoom, you are an innocent person, you did not do any wrong. But Imam alayhi salam told him, oh man, can you go from here before I make istighasa and my support become wajib and obligatory upon you? So please leave this land. So this man, he said to Imam, now you tell me who you are, whose support is going to be wajib on your call. So then Imam al-Hussein alayhi salam, he said, my name is Hussein, I am son of Ali ibn Abi Talib, I am grandson of Rasulullah. The moment this man, he heard it, he fall down and he said, oh Mawla, I'm not going to leave you, I'm going to support you in any case. Imam alayhi salam, he said, oh man, you stand and I'm ordering you. Why? Because your daughter is waiting in Kufa, and your daughter told to you to bring a ring for her. So Imam alayhi salam, he removed ring from his hand and he said, give it to your daughter and tell her that the man who is in Karbala and who is slaughtered, he was not Kharaji, he was the son of Rasulullah, and his family members, they were kept, they were kept captive and they were taken to the Sham, they were taken to the Kufa. This man, he goes back. But I would tell to Imam al-Hussein, yeah, Imam al-Hussein, you are very concerned about the daughter of that man. There is a daughter whose name is Sakina, who is in next door. She is waiting for you. Ya Aba Abdullah, who is going to protect Sakina from this slap of Shimr ibn al-Jawshan. وَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا أَيَّ مُنْقَلَبٍ يَنْقَلِبُونَ إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ.
चला मैं वादा निभाने, चला मैं वादा निभाने, सलाम माँ के मज़ार, सलाम नाना के रोज़े, सलाम माँ के मज़ार, सलाम नाना के रोज़े, सलाम माँ के मज़ार। चला मैं वादा निभाने, सलाम माँ के मज़ार, सलाम नाना के, सलाम माँ के मज़ार, सलाम के रोज़े, सलाम माँ के मज़ार। मैं तेरा दीन बचाऊंगा ऐ मेरे नाना, मैं अपना खून बहाऊंगा ऐ मेरे नाना। हुसैन जाता है मरने, सलाम माँ के मज़ार, सलाम नाना, सलाम माँ के मज़ार, सलाम मेरी शरीक के सफ़र बन के साथ चल अम्मा, सफ़र पे जाता हूँ कपड़े मेरे बदल अम्मा, लिबासे खुल्द सजा दे बदन पे फिर एक बार, सलाम ना सलाम ना दुआ करो कोई सरबे रिदा न हो अम्मा, नमाज़ शौक़ शहादत कज़ा न हो अम्मा, ना आए मेरे चमन पे सितम की गर्दो गुबार, नाना के रोज़े दिए जलाने को नाना तुम्हारे रोज़े पर, ज़रूर आएगी सुगरा हर एक शाम ओ सहर,
खुदा करे रहे रोशन सदा तुम्हारा मज़ार सलामना माँ के मज़ार तुम्हारे जैसा है नाना ये मेरा लाल अकबर दुआ करो न लगे इसको आसमां की नजर लुटे ना दूर वतन से हमारे दिल का करार सलाम ना माँ के मज़ार तमाम फूल से बचे हैं और गर्म हवा हमारे खून की प्यासी है फौजे जुल्म जफा सफर में कोई शजर भी नहीं है सायादार नाना हाँ एक फूल तो ऐसा है जो खिला भी नहीं ना पाए पानी तो कर सकता वो गिला भी नहीं वो जिसके दहन से आती है दूध की महकार सलाम सलाम नाना दिए जलाने को नाना तुम्हारे रोज़े पर जरूर आएगी सुगरा हर एक शाम सहर खुदा करे रहे रोशन सदा तुम्हारा मज़ार मेरी सकीना कहाँ और रसन के बंद कहाँ ज़मीन गर्म पे चलना उसे पसंद कहाँ कदम वो फूल से नाजुक वो रास्ते पुरखार सलाम नाना के सलाम माँ के चला मैं वादा निभाने सलाम माँ के मज़ार सलाम नाना के रोज़े सलाम माँ के मज़ार सलाम नाना या हुसैन या हुसैन या हुसैन या हुसैन या सल्लल्लाहु पर मोहम्मद व आले मोहम्मद
बिस्मिल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैका या रसूल अल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैका या हबीब अल्लाह सल्लल्लाहु अलैका या खातिमुल अंबिया व रहमतुल्लाहि व बरकातुह अस्सलामु अलैकुम या अहल बैतिन नबुव्वा व मअदिनुर रिसाला अस्सलामु अलैका या अली या अमीरुल मुमिनीन السلام عليك يا فاطمة الزهراء سيدتي نساء العالمين. السلام عليك يا حسن المجتبى وارث أمير المؤمنين ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليك يا أبا عبد الله وعلى الأرواح التي حلت بفنائك. عليكم مني سلام الله أبدا ما بقيت وبقي الليل والنهار ولا جعله الله آخر العهد مني لزيارتكم. السلام على الحسين وعلى علي بن الحسين وعلى أولاد الحسين وعلى أصحاب الحسين، خصوصا سيدي ومولاي أبو الفضل العباس بن أمير المؤمنين وقاسم بن الحسن ومسلم بن أقيل وهاني بن أروى وحبيب بن مظاهر وهر الشهيد الرياهي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. السلام عليكم أئمة المسلمين علي بن الحسين ومحمد بن علي وجعفر بن محمد وموسى بن جعفر وعلي بن موسى ومحمد بن علي وعلي بن محمد والحسن بن علي والهجة القائم بن الحسن المهدي. يا مولانا يا صاحب الأسر والزمان، السلام عليك يا شريك القرآن، السلام عليك يا مظهر الإيمان، السلام عليك يا إمامنا وإمام الإنس والجان. أسألك يا سيدي الأمان 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 من فتنة الزمان وشر الشيطان. أجل الله تعالى فرجك وسهل مخرجك وظهورك واجعلنا من أنصاره واجعلنا من أعوانه واجعلنا من مستشهدين بين يديه ورحمة الله وبركاته.
كهجة مرسل صلواتك عليه وعلى آبائه في هذه الساعة وفي كل ساعة وليا وحافظا وقايدا وناصرا ودلينا وعينا حتى تسكنه وزكاته وتمتيه فيها طويلا.